Hello, my name is Valerie Tridenti. Welcome to today's video where I am going to show you 5 of the most common ways your credit score can drop. And also, if you are trying to become a homeowner to get approved for a mortgage, you are going to want to avoid these completely. If you can take a moment and subscribe to this channel and turn on your notifications, because every week I will be dropping a new video and I will be dropping bonus videos throughout the week as well. So this way you can get notified every time a video drops. Okay, so number one of the most common ways that your credit score can drop is your utilization. Whenever somebody comes to me and they're like, my score dropped, I don't know why, this is the first question that I ask them. Is your usage up on your credit cards? Now, there is a lot of confusion around utilization. So first of all, just so you know, there are 550 points on the table for you with your credit score that you have access to. Utilization is 30% of your credit score. This is about 165 points that you have access to. So where does your utilization have to be for you to get the most access to these points? This has always been a confusion, as many people will tell you 30% utilization. This is actually wrong. So if this is something that you were told by somebody online, through a credit monitoring app, even through the credit bureau sites, definitely erase this from your mind. 30% will keep your score stagnant. To get the best results, your utilization should be 10% or below. Okay, so a lot of people will also say, well, that isn't fair because I have a credit limit of, let's say, $1,000. So you're telling me I can only use $100 of it? Absolutely not. So what I want you to do is go to your credit card, either the statement online or the paper statement, or you can call and see when your statement date is. You need to know for every credit card that you have when your statement date is and when your due date is. So what is the difference between the two? Your statement date is all about utilization, okay? So your statement date is the one and only one day of the month that the creditor will take a snapshot of your profile and send it over to the bureaus every single month on the same day. So let's just say that your statement date is on the 1st. Let's say you have a credit card with $1,000 credit limit and you charged $1,000 to it. Let's say you use it every day. Let's say you have one of those amazing reward cards and you like to use it for points. You don't use a debit card, you don't use cash, you use your credit cards, and you used it all month long and you charged $1,000 to it. By the 1st, which is your statement day, this is like hypothetically speaking, you're going to want to make sure you pay that balance down to $100 by the statement date. So a few days before, just to ensure that it gets there in time. Now on the statement date, they will take a snapshot. It shows $100. They send it over to the credit bureaus. Now the credit bureaus have no idea that you spent $1,000 on that credit card. All they see is $100, so they're recording 10% utilization. Now, if you really want to maximize on these points, by the due date, if you pay that remainder $100, you not only have paid 2 payments in 1 billing cycle, which will give you extra points, but now you have no interest because you have no balance going to the next month. You have no late payment. You're good to go. So utilization, the most points is 10%. Now, not everybody can be at 10% all the time. Things happen. I understand. Holidays come, situations come. Let's say that you are, at 100% utilization and 10% gives you anxiety because you're like, it's a long way away. There is something called thresholds where you can pay down your utilization with thresholds. So if you are at 100%, work on 88%, because once you hit 88%, they will release a bunch of points to you, right? Now, let's say you're at 88%. The next month, if you think 68%, you can pay that down to 68% utilization. More points are going to be released to you. So as you pay down your credit cards, you will get rewarded as you hit these thresholds. The thresholds for FICO 8 and for FICO 9 are 88%, they're 68%, 48%, 28%, 10%, and below. As you hit those thresholds, you will get rewarded. So, again, the first common way for your score to drop is utilization. And if you start to pay down your credit card, you will get points added back. And it's that quick within 30-day billing cycle. Another common way, and nobody should ever have this, whether you're trying to buy a home or not, is late payments. Late payments are very severe and they are a score killer. Okay, so any late payment that you have on your credit report, it has the potential of dropping your score anywhere from 50 to 100 points. So you're definitely going to want to make sure that these bills are paid at least the minimum balance on time. Now, if you're somebody who is forgetful, you definitely want to either set reminders on your phone, have it written down on a calendar, or have an automatic payment taken just to ensure that you are not going to be late. Now, if you are trying to get approved for a mortgage, you're not going to want to have more than one late payment in 12 months, within 12 months of applying. If you have more than one late payment, you can get denied for the mortgage. Okay. Now, if you do have, if you are trying to get approved for a loan and you do have more than one late payment and you need help, of course, you can always contact me. I do free phone consultations, and my information will be at the bottom of the page. Okay. So, number one, utilization. Number two, late payments. Number three, paying off installment loans early. You do not want to do this. Okay. So, there's a couple of reasons why you do not want to do this. Number one, credit age. This is 15% of your credit score, and it is calculated by the age of credit that you have for each account. Okay, so I want you to think of credit age like fine wine. It gets better as it gets older. Okay, so if you go and close an installment loan early, you're cutting down that credit age. Okay, so even when, and this is the next one I was going to talk about, even when your car, like let's say it's a car loan, okay, even if that closes, it matures on its own. It's a 5-year loan. You're at the last payment, so it naturally closes. That's going to drop your score too, right? So I recently actually my car loan was matured. It was at the last payment and my score dropped 20 points, right? So you definitely do not want to close it early because it's going to kill your credit age. The other reason why you don't want to is because you get the most points from installment loans when it's closest to maturing. So the older it is, the more points are released to you. You actually get the most points when it's about 90% paid off. Okay, so when you close it early, you're missing out on so many points, all right? So you do not want to close installment loans early, and especially if you are trying to apply for a mortgage in the near future. Now, another reason why your credit score can drop is if you are opening accounts and closing accounts, okay? So, opening accounts, if you are somebody who is trying to build your credit score up and you go and open accounts, I mean, that makes sense, right? You need credit to build credit, so you're going to have to open accounts. However, if you are trying to apply for a mortgage, this is not something that I suggest 6 months, even 12 months before you are trying to apply for a mortgage. Now, of course, this is going to closing an account, an opening account, revolving accounts, installment loans. This is going to mess with your credit age, and this is another reason why your score will drop within 30 days. It will drop because of these reasons as well. The last reason is inquiries. So, inquiries is when somebody is pulling your report. So, whether you are trying to open a credit card or get approved for a mortgage loan, or they're pulling your credit scores because you are trying to lease a car, right? Or get a car loan. These are all reasons why somebody will pull your credit report and cause an inquiry. Now, there's two different kinds of inquiries. There is a soft inquiry and there is a hard inquiry. Soft inquiries do not affect your score at all. Hard inquiries can affect your score anywhere from about 2 to 6 points each inquiry. Now, inquiries stay on your credit report naturally for 2 years. The last 12 months is when they really matter. Now, if you are applying for a credit card, each time you apply for one, it is a new inquiry. It'll be listed if you applied for 5 credit cards. All 5 of them will be listed on your credit report and on your profile, and it will also be 2 to 6 points roughly for each inquiry. However, if you are applying for a mortgage loan or a car loan, they give you a 14-day window. The reason why they do this is because they know that's a very expensive purchase and you are going to want to shop around. So if you went to, let's say, 5 dealerships within the last 14 days and they pulled your credit report 5 times, it will show up on your credit profile 5 times, but they will only count one inquiry as far as taking points from you, which is about 2 to 6 points. Same thing with a mortgage loan, which is really awesome because it does give you a window where you can go and shop around. However, again, if you are trying to, apply for a mortgage, do not apply for any credit cards within 6 months of applying for a mortgage for sure, because of not only the inquiry, but also it's going to raise a red flag. Why are they trying to, open an account so close? Are they desperate? Do they need money? It's constantly like judging like that, right? But definitely, the inquiry will drop a couple of points or 6 points, and every point matters, when you're trying to purchase and get approved for a mortgage loan. So those are the 5 reasons, the most common reasons why your credit score can drop. Now, if you are looking to purchase a home in the near future, I definitely suggest that you familiarize yourself with the mortgage score, okay? I'm going to go over that in another video. But your mortgage score is a little different. It has different qualifications, and it is super, super important that you become familiar with this so that you are constantly making the right decisions with your credit before you go and apply for a mortgage. Now, I do have a book out, an ebook that's called Mortgage Mastery. It's not hours long, it's not, you're not going to be there for hours reading it, but it's jam packed with everything that you need to know about a mortgage score, the do's, the don'ts, the tricks, everything that you need to know so that when you are looking for a home, worrying about your credit will be the last thing that you need to worry about. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, if you found value in this video, please like this video because it definitely helps me out and it shows me what people are interested in. If you have any questions about any of the material that I went over, please leave a comment. I will get back to every comment, and I will see you on the next video.